Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ready Set Pop. My name is Mariel Basori, and I'm greeting you from Mexico City. I'm joined here by my beautiful and wonderful co-hosts. All the way from Brazil, we have Lucas Abad, and all the way from Colombia, we have Mauricio Sierra. Hello, boys.
Hello,
Hello.
friends.
How are you guys?
That we are expecting all the month.
Yeah.
Excited. One more month of Ready Set Pop.
Yes.
We have a lot to discuss tonight. We have several topics for you to join us in the conversation. So, if you guys are watching, please feel free to comment and share your thoughts on the topics we have for you today. So, first of all, we want to discuss Hilary Duff's new album, Luck, or something that is finally out. Um, we were expecting this album for 10 years, so now it finally happened. So, we had a few singles before the release of the album, but now that it's complete, I want to know, Luquitas, first, your thoughts on this album.
Okay. We've been talking about it since the first episode of the season.
Yeah.
Hilary Duff is very present right now in everything. I cannot count how many interviews by her I just watched it since she released the album. Actually, right now I was watching another one, and I feel very close to her. It's crazy because she's very open now to talk about her life, and the album reflects that. I don't think she fully realized how attention the lyrics would have from people because she's very honest about the father, about the sister, and I think we can all feel how much she grew in music and her voice, especially after the live performance that we saw for Roommates. Her vocals live and her voice very mature and different. That for me was amazing to watch because in the past I was always watching her live performances and trying to understand which part was live, which part was playback. And now was super cool to see her performing fully live. And about the album, I really love it. I feel like everyone in our age can relate with some song in some level, and the stories are very real, and the lyrics are very smart, which is something that people were comparing with other singers. But I think we gotta give the credit for Hillary because she's doing this like since forever,
Mm-hmm.
and is very natural and very beautiful to see that she wanted to make something so real and organic. And I feel like the sound is pretty much the mix that we needed from nostalgia, but also very modern. And the proof of it for me is that my boss from the club that I work, he's very picky with songs that we
Mm-hmm.
play, and he uh, allow me to play roommates and mature in the regular nights, not only the pop night.
No
So
way.
that means that there's some quality that goes beyond Hillary Duff fan base. You know, people can actually listen and feel how good is the song, is the album and everything. So I'm really proud of her, to be honest. Right now, I'm 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 living this fan era again of Hillary Duff.
Great. Yeah, totally. Mao, what about you? Have you already listened to the album?
Yes, mi Mariel. Actually, it was today that I was listening to the whole product, and I was amazed in a positive way. I have to say, I find a lot of similarities between Taylor Swift and this new work by Hilary Duff. But don't get me wrong, it's nothing bad. It's something like I can understand that because it's the direction that a lot of artists is taking, and it's okay. But maybe the verses, the melodies, and the way of the production I perceive very similar to Taylor Swift work, but that it's not negative at all, you know. In the other hand, in the past, Hilary Duff was like a Disney product, so of course the work was very kids oriented or adolescence oriented, that is kind of teenage oriented. And right now, she's talking about different topics, and you can feel, I don't say that in the past she was not real, like, but it's more like she was under this umbrella of Disney, so it was so difficult for these ladies to show like the real, like, and in the past it was very crafted, it was very like made for the radio and made for this kind of public, but right now I perceive that she can talk about anything she wants, like, it's amazing, and she's talking about different aspects in the adulthood and different aspects like living with her husband and different aspects in life, that we can connect as an adult right now. And I think she understands that perfectly because she knows that her fan base is very strong, even when I don't consider myself a huge fan of her right now, like in comparison to other artists that I started listening back in the 2000s. Of course, I am a fan, and I am a fan since Come Clean, So it's amazing to have our artists, like our favorites, singing these kind of topics. And I have to say, her looks are stunning. She looks stunning. Her body in that performance that she made in Jimmy Fallon or something like that, her body looks amazing, like very sexy. Like this is something that I never saw in her back in the day. Of course, again because of the label, the company, Disney, everything. But I'm so happy for that album, and I'm so happy she's so honest and she's so frank about her life in this new record. What do you think, Mariel?
Well, I am very pleased with this album. Not my favorite, to be honest, by Hillary, but because my favorite will always be Dignity. But I was really surprised when I first listened to it. I was really pleased. Um, sorry, the album is really mature in all aspects, lyrics, music, and voice. She sounds completely like an adult now. So
Yeah,
like that. I like that she's talking about different topics of her life and not just fun stuff like she used to sing before. So this tells us that she's growing up. So I really like this. My favorite song so far is The Optimist.
yeah,
It's a really strong song. It's very
yeah,
powerful. How she said,
Mhm.
"If my father would love me," like, wow,
yeah.
it's really strong. But so far, it's the one that I have connected with the most. Not because I know my father doesn't love me. I know my dad loves me,
I love.
but I love the message behind the song. So sorry. So far, it's the one I like the most. But the whole album, it's a really nice experience per se. I like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it. I love seeing Hillary so mature, so focused on this era of her life, and I just like it. I love it.
Yeah.
absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. What are your favorite songs, Luquitas?
My favorite songs are Weather for Tennis. Right now, Roommates, because after the live performance, it grew on me.
Mm-hmm.
And Adult Size Medium, I think is really good as well.
Mm-hmm. You Mao, do you have a favorite?
Yes, Weather for Tennis is perfect. I think it's a very wonderful song. And I was reading, and I know that if it's true or not, because Gemini was giving me this information, and sometimes I can trust in Gemini and sometimes I don't. But I read that she has another version of this, like a different edition of this album that is called Mine or something like that, with the new recordings of Come Clean, Why Not, and So Yesterday. Is that true? Because I can find
It
any
is.
information.
It's
Oh,
not
okay.
not on the platforms, but it's on the CD Walmart edition, and it's gonna be on vinyl in April.
Okay. That's amazing. I'm dying to hear these new versions because
I
our
have the
first.
songs. I'm gonna send you.
Oh, please, friend. Thank you so much. Are not available on any platform, not in YouTube. Okay.
No, can you send me please too, Luquitas?
Yes, yes, I can. It's not that different from the originals, but it's cool to listen. I'm gonna send you.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame I won't be able to see her on tour because, like I mentioned in the past episode, right now I have other priorities when it comes to money. But I
Oh,
know it's very good performances. I'm pretty sure that her tour will be amazing.
Yeah,
So
the girl is working a lot, and that's
yeah,
yes.
beautiful to see when an artist is so proud of the job and he can get enough of talking and talking and talking about it. And I feel that with her in the interviews, she's very proud.
yeah, I like that about her. She's really on of Hillary.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
really hope she comes to more countries in Latin America.
yeah, she will
I,
for sure.
I'm sure she's going to Brazil. I hope she comes to Colombia too.
I hope it. I hope she. Our friend Joaquin is here. Hi, Joaquin.
Hey, friend.
Hey, friend.
He says, I've seen all the record stores with Hilary's new album. It's amazing. I haven't been to any record stores here lately, so I have to check out if the album is here in Mexico.
Yeah,
Okay.
But anyway, moving on. Moving on. Another album that we have to discuss is Willa Ford's new album, Amanda.
yeah,
We're really happy to talk about because I love Willa Ford since day one. And now that she released her new album, I'm like a kid jumping out of joy because I was really hoping for this album for ages. So I'm really happy with this. I think it's a great production. She really gave the best of her with this. You can definitely hear a lot of her debut album influences in this new production. The songs are really good. She obviously sounds more mature also, but because it's been 25 years since the release of her debut. But I think it's a great production. I hope she releases it physically. I know it's only now digitally, but it
yeah,
will see it physically released. I'm really proud of Willa because she took her time. She
oh,
definitely took her time to release this album, but it was worth the while because now we can enjoy it and like get involved in this new Willa era. So
Yeah.
I'm really happy for her and I'm really proud of what she's done. So far, my favorite songs are Burn and Hammer. I love those songs. What about you, Mao? Have you ever listened to it?
Yes, me, Mariel. Well, with Willa is special because it's so difficult. To be honest, I didn't have any expectations of this album. I was like, let's see what is happening with this woman right now. But I was gladly surprised, like I was like, okay, it's very good because it's like, I don't know, Michaela releasing a new album right now, like we had like just one album that is very specific because it was
yeah,
released at a very specific moment in the music industry, like very bubblegum pop, teen pop. The sound of 2001 is like very specific. So it's impossible for us to see the progression, like, okay, then she released another and in the 2000, but it was impossible because it was the jump from that album that is very specific from the era and now a new product. And I was also surprised because it is good. And I think it is good and works for the industry right now. It works for the clubs. It works for this kind of vibe, like the party and stuff like that. So I think she looks gorgeous. She was always gorgeous. So I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy. And this is like our dream, like a lot of, I know that you desire a new album by Michaela, for example, or by these other singers, Amanda or something like that, you know. So Willa is giving us this right now, and we have to applaud her because it's amazing to have a new album by her and so different. I didn't perceive like the influences of the first album in that album, but I have to re-listen. I have to listen. I have to listen it again to notice these similarities, mi Mariel, because what I heard was good for me, for my ears, and I perceived this party vibe, like club vibe that I
Mhm.
like right now, and even I have this song for my running, you know, on my running playlist. So it is good. It is good. I love her, and very good for her. She was very brave to release a new album after all of these years without releasing anything.
Yeah. And what about you, Luquitas?
Well, I think definitely was an amazing surprise because, as Mal said, I didn't know what to expect when she announced it, a brand new album. Of course, I was happy, but to be honest, my expectations weren't that high because
Yeah,
we saw before artists from the past coming back like without a good production and releasing music just for release. Actually, I have an example of that I don't even know if I should, but Natasha Thomas for me is that example. She's releasing music now, but she's doing with her husband and trying to make like a band or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not the same.
No.
Of course, I'm happy that she's singing, but uh,
independent.
I feel like she deserves more than that, like a good production, everything that she deserves as an artist. And with Willa Ford, I think more than everything that Mal said, we are having the opportunity to see her as a real artist because in that moment she was like in that package with the other girls, so a lot of label involved, and right now she wrote the songs and is the sounds that she created with the producers. She I saw an interview where she's saying that she went crazy in the studio, like I want this sound, I want that sound, and I think she created something very beautiful and also very modern, like Hillary, kind of nostalgic, kind of modern, that is perfect for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like she's also being very honest in the lyrics if you pay attention. For example, the song Disassociated, I think is the name.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yes, is about actually disease that she has, that she have some loss of memory temporarily, like she black out, and that is caused for trauma. So her brain kind of protects her to remember a few things, and she starts to disassociate. And the song is about that. So I think it's very powerful to make a song like this, like Hillary did with that song about the father, the song about the sister. So I feel very proud of her too, and I know that she put so much love and work, and the results are amazing. Like the album is really good.
Yeah, I'm really happy. Do you have a favorite song, Lucas?
Yeah, I really like the whole album. I'm not gonna lie. It's an album that is easy to listen, like Hillary's album from the first track to the last track. You just go and it's easy to listen, but I still feel very connected to Love for Life. I
Mm-hmm.
think the sound of it is kind of magical, kind of reminds me a lot of Robin. I love Robin's music. So this is my favorite. Maybe can change it, but for now it's still Love for Life.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it's a great album. I'm really happy that she's back. I hope more music will come in the future and not 20
Yes.
years from now.
Oh,
So
please.
hopefully it will. So, okay. Moving on. We have the Oscars that Luquitas is really eager to talk about. So, Luquitas, it's all yours.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to talk about it because I feel like uh, there wasn't many times that we saw a pop song, really pop song, winning the Oscars, like with the best original song. And I think this song in particular, that is Golden by Huntrix, um, is very special for many reasons. Because when this boom of the song started, I wasn't familiar with what was that. I just listened a little bit on Instagram and everything, and saw a little bit of the video here and there. And for me, were like cartoons singing, doesn't make any sense. I think maybe this is like Peppa Pig or um, Baby Shark. I don't know. It's something for kids that they are really listening for, that is on the charts. I don't know. But once I pay attention and watch the movie, I understood what was that about. And at the beginning I was like, okay, it's catchy songs and everything. But then I started to learn more about the girls that are actually singing. They are all individual artists, and especially the girl that is the lead singer who wrote the song. She has a very beautiful and hard background as an artist, because as you guys may know, in Korea, it's very hard to make it as an artist, even when you work so hard for years, like training, and you have your group, and the label decided that your group are not going to be launched and never release anything. That's it. Everything that you worked for is on the trash. And
Mhm.
that's exactly what happened to this girl. She worked so hard for many years and nothing happened. And in this opportunity, she wrote Golden, and look what happened. So
Yeah.
I think she's a girl that truly deserves everything that is going on. She's always emotional talking about this song and this moment, because you can see how much work she went through during her career. And besides that, I think for the girls coming from Korea to see people around the world singing a song that has some parts in her language, and winning awards so big like Grammy and Oscar, this is mind blowing. Like to see your culture being applauded for all the world. So
Mhm.
I think it's something that we should celebrate, like to see this diversity and pop music being celebrated so seriously in an award like the Oscars. So that's why I was so happy and I wanted to share. And I love the song. I love Golden so much.
I agree. I agree. My daughter is obsessed with this movie. So I know the song in Spanish by heart. she
Yeah,
plays, she plays it every day. So I'm really happy that it won because, like you mentioned, not always pop music gets its recognition at these
mhm.
awards. So it's really cool that a very pop song actually made it to the Oscars and won. So it's really,
Exactly.
the song is it's beautiful. It's really empowering, and,
Yes.
and it's really strong to see the story of this woman, like you just mentioned. She tried and tried and tried, and nothing happened until now, and now look where she's at. So it's
Yes.
it's crazy how moments in life can change the whole thing. So
Exactly.
I'm really happy for this award because I like the movie and I like the song. So,
Yeah.
what do you think, Mao?
Yes, I was introduced to this topic by my sister because I didn't know anything about it, and now that Lucky is talking about the whole story, it's amazing because yes, and in South Korea this happened. Like you have this huge industry of music, but it's very hard to get in. You know, it's very hard for those artists, even when they are trying like a lot of years. You know, and that industry, what is behind of that industry is very horrible.
Yeah.
So it's the, the story of this girl is like something that you have to admire. You know, like it's very amazing that what she does, what she you know, like oh the way like finally have a song like that, and it's amazing. And I agree with you, Mariel. The song is very inspiring, it's very powerful, it's very empowering, and this is what the world needs right now, like empowering lyrics, empowering message behind the song. So yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yay, yay, great song. Congratulations on that. Um, Next topic we have the what anniversaries of Hannah Montana's how what
20 years.
20 years. I mean, hello, where's time go?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. 20 years has passed since I was 16 and you guys were close to that age. Is really weird to think that Hannah Montana is turning 20 right now. And I remember when Hannah Montana was released, for me was already something kind of childish, which makes me feel more old. But I watched it a little, and then I watched it when Disney Plus became a thing. I watched the whole thing, even when it was so hard to watch the first episodes because we're very childish. Uh, but that's it. It's like iconic. Is a part of Disney Channel story for sure, and the beginning of that second era of huge artists in Disney with Selena, Demi Lovato, Jonas Brothers, and everything. So I think it's super cool that Miley Cyrus is in a place to celebrate that because we know that a lot of artists can struggle with the past and try to disassociate from the characters or anything. And I feel like right now in culture, in general, is easier for those artists to celebrate, like Hillary with Liz McGuire, for example. They are embracing this, understanding how important that characters were for a generation and for a moment in pop music, for example. And I think super cool that they are making this right now. What's going on is like a special for Disney Plus that is coming, I think, March 26th, if I'm not wrong. Is pretty similar to what Friends and The Fresh Prince of Bel Air did, that they kind of recreate the scenario and the artists, the actors are there to remember things and talk about it. And I think it's gonna be very cool. I don't know if there's any new song involved or anything, but Miley is pretty much like Hannah Montana right now, very blonde and everything. Like the cover that our video here has, I used a recent picture of her, and I'm very excited to see Selena Gomez there because Selena Gomez was part of Hannah Montana for a while as a singer named Michaela, which I think is very funny.
Yeah.
She was like the enemy of Hannah Montana. They hated each other, and she had a song that was "If Cupid Had a Heart" that I remember, and she's going to be in this celebration. I'm really looking forward to see it. I know that it's kind of not our generation, but it still feels cool to celebrate.
Yeah, what do you think, Mal?
Well, as Lucas said, it's still iconic. Of course, when Hannah Montana was released, I was like disconnected, like because we were like in this transition from like our adolescent or teenage years to the 20s. So in that moment, I was not watching Disney Channel so much, to be honest. It was more for my siblings, because my siblings used to watch the show. But it's iconic. I didn't feel any connection with Miley Cyrus either, but when she released Flowers, I really appreciate what she did with that song, and all the performances, and when she won this Grammy, and all the performance in the Grammy shows, it was like iconic and amazing. And I can say that she developed her image so good, like she started as a Disney kid, then she was like this scandal with everything, like all the performances and what she was doing. And right now, I think she finally found who she is as an artist. So it's funny. I know that you remember that it was like a gossip or something like that, like a rumor that this role of Hannah Montana was offered to JoJo. I don't know what to believe now because in the book JoJo never mentioned this. So it's like something was important for her, and I don't know if it was true because she never mentioned in the book. So I don't know if it was just a rumor or it was true, but I can imagine Jojo being with Hannah Montana, like in a different direction because Jojo was very like in other kind of very R&B stuff like that, and this girl Miley Cyrus was more pop, and like so I can imagine seeing JoJo as Hannah Montana. But anyway, um, it's iconic and it's amazing to celebrate this kind of things right now.
I have the memory of Jojo talking about it. I was sure that was in the book, but now that you mentioned, maybe it was an interview. And she
Oh,
actually, I think she talked about it, and it was true. But she was kind of glad that she passed it because it was a little bit before Too Little Too Late explode, so felt like she made a good decision.
vision.
And
Okay.
yeah, this part was also offered to, I don't know if it was Ellie or AJ, from Ellie and AJ,
Yeah.
and they passed it as well because first they were older a little bit. I think they were already 17, um, and they thought it would be very confusing to be another artist. Like there's Ellie, there's AJ, there's Ellie and AJ, there's Hannah Montana that is one of them without the other, so it was too much. That's
Yeah.
how ended up with Miley Cyrus.
And finally, this is a proof that everything is going to, I don't know, like everything is for every person, like Hannah Montana was meant for Miley Cyrus, not for any other girl. So yes, friend, because when I was reading the book, now I'm doubting because when I was reading the book, I was expecting like this part, like, oh, she's going to talk about the Hannah Montana role, but never mentioned. But now maybe she mentioned it, and I don't know, and don't
And you
remember.
sleep.
Yeah,
Maybe you sleep in that part.
yeah,
It's crazy how television works because um, years before there was an episode of That's So Raven that
yeah.
was like a pilot for a show that they wanted to make with Alison Stoner. There was another Disney girl, the one that dances in Missy Elliott video. I think
Mhm.
you guys know the kid.
I know.
And the whole episode looked like a different show because they were testing this show for her through Ravens. And the character was like a pop star that goes to high school, but she
Okay.
wasn't pretending that she wasn't. So I think that was the actual beginning of the whole idea, for Hannah Montana. So it was a lot until we have the show.
Oh,
Okay, okay, okay.
okay. I didn't know that. I have to be very honest and say I have never watched Hannah Montana.
Yeah,
So
me neither.
never. But there's I remember my cousins from Guadalajara. They are younger than I am. Used to love her, so they used to talk to me about Hannah
Uh-huh.
Montana songs and
Yeah,
stuff. So I was familiar with her, but I never watched it. But I know it's iconic, and I know she totally made a revolution with this show around the world because all the kids wanted to go see her and be
Mm,
her, stuff like that. So I know what it's like to have an idol.
yeah.
So
yeah.
I have never been too much into Miley Cyrus's music. So until now that she released Flowers, I'm like, okay, I can totally get this and that.
Yeah.
But when she released the Bangers era, I was like, ew. I
I
didn't
remember you hated. Yes.
I didn't like her. So now it's changing. I think she's growing up, and
Yeah.
she has. I think she has spoken about that she has grown up, and that she's mature enough to do other stuff now. So yeah, I get it. But I've never watched Hannah Montana. I have never seen a single episode, but I do know it was very popular for kids back.
Yes.
Yeah, moving on to the next topic.
Yeah. Okay. So now Mao wants to talk about this topic from the Spanish group La Oreja de Van Gogh. So Mao, it's all yours, darling.
Okay, friends. Right now, Laurejo Van Gogh is returning to music, like coming back to music, and it was a whole scandal because, as you know, or I want to believe that you know that for 17 years, 17, yeah, for 17 years, Leire Martinez was the lead singer of the group. You know that the first one was Amaya Montero during the 2000s, and then she decided to make her career in solo, and they select Leire Martinez. That actually was part of X Factor X Spain or España, X Factor Spain, or something like that, and she was with them for 17 years. Then, I think 2 years ago, Carol G invited Amaya Montero for a concert in Spain, and everybody was crazy about it because they performed Rosas, that is like a huge anthem for the Spanish music in the 2000s. And a lot of people was like, "Oh, you have to come back to L'Oreja Van Gogh." Actually, she had like a little success in her solo career, but not so much. And then Amaya was facing a lot of trouble with addictions and alcohol and stuff like that. And she was like in a hiatus, you know, she was not releasing anything as a solo singer, not anything. And suddenly, out of the blue, they announced that Amaya Montero is coming back to L'Oreja Van Gogh and Leire Martinez is replaced by Amaya. And everything was like a mess because what I saw, Amaya is not ready for a tour, and she was like singing not so good in the rehearsals, and everything was published, everything was posted, and Leire, this was like opportunity for Leire to release her career in solo. I really like her. I really like this woman. She has an amazing, powerful voice. She is mixing different kind of things. I think in an episode of our last season, I recommend Mi Nombre. That was her first record, her first single of her new album, and she's doing so good. And now a lot of people is doubting, like, okay, Amaya was ready to come back to Lorejo Van Gogh, and what is happening right now? They are performing in, of course, in Spain and a lot of countries in Latin America, including Mexico and Colombia and Chile, Argentina, a lot of countries. And this is like a scandal right now. So I want to know if you knew about this scandal. I want to know if La Oreja Van Gogh was popular in Brazil. I really have this doubt. And what do you think, Mariel? Did you hear about this gossip and all this scandal?
I have no idea, Mimao. I
Okay.
I wasn't familiar with this gossip. Sorry. Um, I didn't know Amaya was coming back. I know she left, but I didn't remember when. So I've never been too familiar with this group in particular. I only remember like two songs by them.
Okay.
So for me, it's something new.
Okay. But did you like them back in the day, like in the 2000s? Not so much?
I like this song. Quédate cerca.
Yes, puedes contar conmigo.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
I like
But
that
not
one. I'm
okay.
really familiar with their songs, and they're Spanish, so so.
Yes,
But I think they came several times to Mexico.
yes, because they were very famous in Latin America.
Yeah, and they came a few times, but I don't remember much about that, and I didn't know all this mess with the lead singers.
What do you think, friend? I'm so anxious to know if they were popular in Brazil because they were famous in all Latin American countries,
Yeah.
but they were singing in Spanish. So.
Well, my answer to you is not at all. Not famous at all. I only knew about them for the times that I watch it, the Latin Grammys or the MTV, like the VMAs from Latin MTV. That's when I saw them, and I remember seeing performing and in a several awards. So I always understood that they were famous and big in some countries, but
Yeah.
never happened here. And for those times that I try some songs, I don't think I like it because I never stick to the songs in my playlist or something. But I wish I would know everything just to enjoy this gossip that sounds so juicy.
Yeah.
But I kind of knew because of you. You told me a little bit about it. And what I can say about it is be careful what you wish for because everyone wanted the girl back. Now you got it. So deal with it. And I really like the only thing that I know from all this story is the solo single by the other girl
Lady.
that is more rock and everything. Nombre, hombre, mi nombre, un
No.
hombre, mi nombre. Sí. Y me gusta mucho esa. It's very rock.
Yeah.
It's
She's come to Mexico.
Yes,
what?
she's
Yeah.
coming to Colombia, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw an ad the other day, and I was like, "Who is she?" I have no idea.
The song,
But
the single is very good. Everyone should listen.
okay, yes, yes, she's very good. I love her voice. I never was a fan of Amaya Montero, even when during the 2000s I enjoyed so much listening to La Oreja de Van Gogh because they were everywhere. Like, this is a part of the anthems of my years in the school and everything. But I never was like a huge fan of Amaya Montero. So when they replaced um, Amaya and they were with Lady, I was like, okay, I like this girl more. But let's see what happened with this
Yeah.
like this new era of La Oreja de Van Gogh with the original singer.
Yeah. Was very unusual for artists in Spanish to be famous here. Was like one or another.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. And huge, 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 like Shakira, Talia, stuff like that.
Shakira, RBD, Thalia, Belinda a little bit, but took a while as well. And sometimes some bands were released here and try for a while and disappear, like Camila, for example, that I think is from Mexico. They
And
did,
they have a collaboration with Vanessa, right?
yeah. So during that moment, people kind of knew Camila, but never again. It
Yeah.
was hard, yes.
The other day I was talking with a coworker about that because my coworker had two Brazilian couples and we were talking about that because I was mentioning her like I have like one of my closer friends is from Brazil, your friend, and I knew a lot about this industry in Brazil because you have like a huge history of music in Brazil that you don't need another artist, like you have your amazing huge stars, so
Yeah.
you don't need anything from other countries. So yes, it's so right now, for example, with Bad Bunny, it's so hard for him to getting the Brazilian industry in music.
Yeah. Right now he's popular, but took so much for him
Uh,
to become a thing here. And
uh,
even now, I don't like the music that are in the top 50 from Spotify, for example, from Brazil, but it's very hard for an international artist to reach the top 50 in Brazil on Spotify. They are all Brazilian songs.
yes, because you have like a lot of huge, amazing stars and
Yeah.
artists.
Our friend Joaquin says that he is Team Amaya. When Amaya left La Oreja de Van Gogh, they never played again in this side of America, and they had diamond certified sales in Chile with Amaya.
I have to disagree because El Último Was, that is a song with Leire, was so popular here in Colombia, and a lot of songs by them with Leire. So I don't know if the other countries in Latin America, but they, of course, with Amaya they were huge, but with Leire they were big too. So I'm Team Leire, to be honest.
Okay.
We know this. We know this.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Yeah, talking about being someone's team, I think I know the next topic, but go ahead.
What topic?
Christina's?
Oh,
Cristina.
yes. Oh my God, I was forgetting. Yes, Christina Aguilera was here in Mexico 2 days ago, and it was a mess, people. It was a mess. It's everywhere in the press here. Um, the girl announced this concert like months ago. People were like, "Oh my God, Christina's coming back to Mexico after 6 years. This is great." People began buying tickets. They were very expensive. So the day arrived, and the girl only played for 15 minutes when the concert said it was 2 hours. And she had the worst scenario ever. She just took like these plastic bags and put them behind, and she sang incomplete songs. She sang for 15 minutes, and she called us New Mexico. So it's a mess. People looking for their money back. They want to sue by Profeco, the company that brought uh, Christina, because when you buy a ticket here in Mexico, they say uh, duration of the concert, in they it said 2 hours.
Oh,
So is now complaining because of that, and now Christina, I think she says she wants to do a free concert in El Zócalo to kind of repair this thing. I'm not really sure if this is true, but it's a mess. Everybody's talking about it. Today I actually saw a meme of her dressed like a saint. And like, Saint Christina, please help me have a 1 day, a 1 hour work today. So it was crazy. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. But I want to know what you think, Luquitas, because I know you love Christina Aguilera.
yeah.
So I want to know
Well,
what.
I'm not gonna be the type of fan that just wants to be on her side or anything. I'm not that person. But I gotta say that I've been watching too many music docs of everyone everywhere. And usually this type of thing are not the fault of the artist. I believe there's a lot of things involved, like the person who makes the contract, the person who works on this, who works on that. The last person who knows anything, if you watch some documentary ever, is the artist. They just tell the artist, this is what's going on, this is what's going to happen. And I really believe she didn't have the intention first to be late on the concert,
Oh, yes,
because
1 hour late.
yeah, because if you check her previous concerts, and uh, always is not her thing, she's always on point. Here in Brazil was like that, for example, the two concerts I was. And I don't think she would choose to make 50 minutes unless something very serious would be happening. I don't know. And people are really mean because was raining. The place that she was singing is not hers, and people were making so much fun about the plastic on the stage. You know, what the girl has to do with that? It's not her fault. She was just there to sing. One thing I agree, she gotta make a better choice for the set list, because she's doing this concert for years now and is always the same, nothing new ever. And she has an amazing discography. There's a bunch of songs that she can sing instead of Bubblehead, for example. No one likes that song. And there are so many songs that she can sing, especially when she's in a country that speaks Spanish. She can revisit Mi Reflejo and Aguilera, for example, that is very recent, and she doesn't sing one song in the concert. So for that, I fully agree. And if I was one of those people, I would probably ask my money back, because I would wanted to see her for the 2 hours they promise. But I honestly don't think it's her fault. I don't know what happened. Don't know if she was sick. I don't know if it was something about the structure, like her team fighting with someone that makes the contract. I have no idea, but I believe she wanted to make a good concert. I believe about the New Mexico. I can say in her favor as well.
I mean, you gotta know where you're playing. Uh, I don't know. I saw her 6 years ago with my mom, and I wasn't too crazy about the show because it lasted for so little. It was so short, and she sang incomplete songs. I didn't like that, and she still does that. Like cuts the songs. I don't like that with an artist. So uh,
Hmm.
it it's such a crazy thing. But what do you think, Mal?
Well, Mario, starting with this woman is a legend. This woman, I think, deserves everything because she's on the level of the greatest, you know. But in the other side, there are some things that are unforgivable, like the name of the place you are performing. You know, like even when you pronounce the name of the city in a bad way, you know, like not only because she was mentioned in a state in the U.S. and not Mexico City. For example, when Alicia, and I don't want to compare the one of the other, one to the other, but for example, when Alicia Keys performed here in Bogota, some of U.S. people sometimes pronounce Bogota, and it's Bogota. And she was like very aware to say like Bogota, Bogota all the time. You know, hey Bogota, I love you, Bogota. So it was for me like, oh, okay, this woman took the time, you know, like to know the pronunciation of the city and everything. And with Christina, it was like, what happened, girl? You are in Mexico City. In the other hand, I agree with Lucky. Sometimes, and we know this right now, all the production is behind of the artist, and the artist is just there to sing, and is just there to do whatever, like the production or all the companies or all is saying like you have to do this, you have to sing this, you have to. But taking in count the set list, I think it was like a mistake because she released an album that is Aguilera that was so influenced the Mexican culture, you know. She had a collaboration with Christian Nodal. She had like a song that is very Mexican inspired. So that was the perfect moment to perform this kind of songs, you know. Like I know that like here in Colombia, in Mexico, songs like Falsas Esperanzas, Pero me acuerdo de ti. I think she performed Falsas Esperanzas. I don't know if she performed Pero me acuerdo de ti. But Pero me acuerdo de ti was huge in every Spanish Latin American concert. Yeah.
She sings
Uh,
that one sometimes here in Brazil.
okay. Yes, and for example, Ven Conmigo was huge here too, like in Colombia and I know in Mexico. So it's unforgivable to not to perform these songs, you know, because we're bad. And I remember the experience that I had in Tori Kelly's concert. I know she was pregnant in that moment. What I was a little disappointed because she was not performing songs that all the people were expecting. You know, like I was, you know, that I was obsessed with Cut, and she was not performing Cut in in that concert. And so I can understand like the feeling of the fans of Christina. You know, like we are expecting a lot of things. And again, I don't want to compare Christina with other singers, but I was so pleased with Alicia Keys, for example, when she comes to Colombia because she was performing like every song we were expecting. She sang in Spanish this song, and even she bring Carol G to the stage to sing with her, and she was singing "No One" in Spanish and "If I Ain't Got You," the version in Spanish. So this is that your audience wants, you know.
Yeah.
So yes, there are some things that I agree. For example, the plastic bags over the instrumentations and everything. Well, she's not coming to the stage like putting this apart, you know, like putting this off the stage. It's impossible. But in the other things like in the set list and the connection with the public, with the connection with the audience, yes, don't I don't want to judge her, but at the same time, it's like, okay, woman, we want more from you. What do you
Yeah.
think, you as a Mexican?
Well, uh, and as a fan, because I like Christina too.
Yeah, we
Uh,
are.
I when I read all of this, I was like, oh my god, it's so disappointing because you are expecting something, you are paying for something. People bought $1,000 tickets, or even more expensive than that. You get 50 minutes. It's like, oh my god, this is so disappointing. So I feel a little, you know, I don't know, weird, in the middle with this because as a fan, I like her, but as a Mexican, I feel bad for the people that went to the concert and
Mhm.
got so disappointed in the fact that she called us New Mexico. I mean, she has been here before. It's not like the first time she's been here, and she speaks Spanish. So why would she call it New Mexico? It's crazy. So I don't know. Um, I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah.
I would have been so
At the
mad.
end of it, that's the conclusion, yeah.
Yeah, I would have been really mad if I had.
Yes.
No, because you're expecting a huge show, right?
Yeah.
Artists such as Christina, because she has a huge discography, she has a huge career. It's not like she has one album; she has several albums. She can cover a lot from her discography. So, people are judging her really bad right now. The
Yeah.
Mexicans are angry right now.
Yeah.
And Mexico is a country when it get mad, it's like something that you never forget. Remember the Tiziano
This is
Ferro,
Piano Ferro.
yeah, the
Yeah,
Monica Naranjo scandal. I remember that. And Mexico is a country that never forget.
no, we are very rencorosos. I don't know how you say it in
Yes,
English.
Yeah.
yeah, rencorosos.
We are like that. Like, oh my god, you mess with us, you are never coming back. So
Yeah,
I is gonna do this free concert. If she does, she better have a 2 hour concert because if she doesn't, people is gonna be really, really mad.
Yeah.
So
I gotta,
anyway,
I gotta say just one thing. I think it's funny that they sold a 2 hour concert because her concerts are never 2 hour, never 50 minutes, of course, but 2 hour long. I don't know. That's why I'm telling you. Maybe there was like a thing backstage between her team and the people who made the contract. I saw that happen before here in Brazil with Melanie C, for example. The company sold a ticket that people could take selfies with her, and when she arrived she had no clue about that. Like she said, it's not in my contract, but she did anyway, which for me was very beautiful of her. But it was like a fight between her team and the person who made the contract. So who knows what happens
because
by
a
the
lot of
end.
people involved, not
A lot of
only the
people involved,
yeah.
yes. But I understand. I understand your side as well. I would be mad as well.
yeah, it's crazy. And last topic, we have the Pussycat Dolls' new song, Club Song, which
Yay.
is out now. You can download it or save it or whatever on your favorite digital platform. Um, Nicole, Ashley, and Kimberly are back with this new song. It's a club banger for sure. It's really fun. I love the song. It's really sassy. It's sexy. It's fresh. It's danceable. It's a lot of things, but it's too short, in my opinion. I think it's too short. It should have lasted at least three and a half minutes. It would have been great. But I think the song is great. They are back with everything. I hope a new album is on the way, um, and that they don't leave us just like 6 years ago with just one song and then gone. So hopefully they will release more music soon. What do you think, Mousy Mumu, about Their
The song is good, but I think it's the same formula from the old Pussycat Dolls from the 2000s, you know. And I was surprised because they are working with I can't remember the name of the producer, but it's the same producer of Ray, that is an artist that I really love right now, like in nowadays music. So I don't know what to think. It's a good song, can't deny it, but at the same time, I don't see any progression. You know, I don't see any evolving of her music, and for me, it's like Nicole. For me, it's always bittersweet because I think she's gorgeous. I think she's talented, but sometimes I think she is seeking like the pursuing the fame again. You know, like okay, she was in her career solo, and for me was not bad, but of course she never became like a huge diva.
mm-hmm.
And then she was like coming back again with the Pussycat Dolls and like trying to bring all the fame of the Pussycat Dolls during the 2000s. That for me is not working so much. So I was expecting more, but I have to say that the song is good. But I don't see anything new. You know, like nothing similar to other songs. It's very like similar to the old Pussycat Dolls. It's good in a way, but it's not good because I think it's not for the radio right now or for the platform right now. It's like the same formula again. What do
Okay.
you think?
What do you think, Lukingis?
I think, like, first of all, for me, Nicole always gave the energy of that girl, like Rachel on Glee. I don't know if you guys watch it, Glee. That truly believes that she's the best and her
Yeah,
moment is gonna come and she's gonna be the number one, and everyone will
yeah,
say to her,
absolutely.
"You are the best voice we ever heard." You know, she has that energy, which for me is always there. But eh, it's different than with Hillary and Willa that we talked, because with Hillary and Willa, I was expecting um, a progression, as Mao said, and I understand that Mao was seeking that with Pussycat Dolls as well. But for me, it was the opposite. I was really expecting the nostalgia. So for
Mm,
me, totally work it, because the song, if you listen, is like a mix of everything.
yeah,
There's a little bit of Doncha in the sample,
I go
some
out
elements of buttons. There's a part that makes like a beat that is from When I Grow Up,
when I grow up.
very
Yeah,
fast, but it's there. So you have this, oh, that song, the
yeah,
memory is there. And for me, Pussycat Dolls can be about it. It works for me. The nostalgia. I would love to see a concert with the old songs. You know, of course, if they release new stuff, I'm gonna be happy as well, because I do love Nicole's voice. And for me, it doesn't matter if it's solo, if it's a group, because turn out to be the same thing. Um, I like, so works. It works. It's not a song that I'm like addicted, but I think it can grow on me during the days, because every time I listen, I have fun. You know, it's fun.
Yeah, it's a club song.
it's a club
Club.
song.
It's a club song. So yeah, fun, fun. Okay. So now that we just touched all of our topics, it's time to
Yeah.
go to our obsession of the month. So I want to start with Luquitas. What is your obsession of the month?
It's hard because sometimes I'm so obsessed with some things that lasts a lot, and I realize that the month changed and my obsessions are the same. Like, I'm still obsessed with weather for tennis for with Hillary, and I'm still obsessed with Take That. That I'm listening a lot to. They re-release Say It All. That is one of my favorite songs, but
Mm-hmm.
they re-recorded with a girl that I don't remember the name now, and DJ. So it's very electronic, and it's a very emotional song with electronic beats. So I'm listening a lot. So to not be repetitive. That's the word, repetitive, yes,
Yeah.
and
But it's
saying the same thing. I'm gonna say that I'm really obsessed with a song by myself.
hey,
My new song that is coming. I didn't I didn't say to anyone about the song yet, but it's coming. The name is Every Saturday Night. And this the title sounds like something fun, but it's not. It's very emo, because this time I wanted to challenge myself to create a song that I would love to listen. So I was thinking, I have this power to write songs and create music. This time I want to try something that I would be addicted and obsessed. And I think I did. So this song is very inspired by Michelle Branch, of course, and Avril Lavigne. And right now I have like the instrumental ready, the lyrics I just gotta record. So I hope in a couple months or before everyone can listen. And I'm obsessed with my own song. That's true.
Okay. We can't wait to listen to this.
Yay. Thank you.
Okay, so that's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's your turn, Mau.
well, first of all, I want to say congratulations, my friend. Always I'm glad you releasing new stuff, and we have a star in our house. So it's
Oh,
amazing to say
we are
that.
all stars here, friend. But
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh, it's a person that we love. It's a person that we support so much. So, we start with that, like we have like a musician and a singer here with us. So it's amazing, friend. Congratulations. And and Mariel, of course, support you in any way, and we are glad you are releasing music anyway. And actually, I'm dreaming about you have like because I know you love a lot of different types of music. Of course, I know that you are a pop rock singer, but at the same time, I'm dreaming about to see you like singing bubblegum, a bubblegum song or something like that.
I gotta
Because
do that. An R&B song. I
an
actually
R&B
wrote a Spanish song, so it's a start.
Spanish song, yeah. So yes, friend, congratulations, and we always support that because you are our family. And well, talking about my obsession, this is something that is about Lucas too, because Lucas all the time was mentioning this girl Naomi Scott, and I was like, okay, she's good. I saw her in Aladdin, in the Aladdin movie, and I liked her. But right now, I'm obsessed with a song that is called Cherry. Maria,
Oh,
you have to listen to that song because I know you're gonna love it because it's very Janet Jackson, all for you inspired. The name of the song is Cherry, and right now is my song. Like it's very this kind of vibe. Like it's like this mixing of Kylie Minogue meets Janet Jackson. I know you're gonna love it, Maria. You have to listen to it. It's called
oh,
Cherry by Naomi Scott. It's a very good song with this vibe. I call these songs the Sunday songs, because it's the songs that
it's
I
very
play
funny. It's true.
Sunday. Yeah, like it's this kind of song that you play on Sunday that puts you in a good mood. Sometimes when I go to skate in Escovia here in Bogota, I play this kind of songs like, oh, okay, the sun, the weather, the Sunday with family, good food, everything. So it's this kind of song, and I love the video because the video is very natural. She doesn't look like a pop star at all. She looks very like her face is very clean, like no makeup. Her hair, like it's very good. So my recommendation of the month and my obsession of the month is Sherry by Naomi Scott. You have to listen to it, Maria. I know
Yeah,
you.
I
that makes me so happy.
promise I will. Okay.
I know you're gonna love it.
Okay, so my obsession of the month, I know it's gonna be a shock for Mao. I know,
Wow.
I know, because I just started to watch again my favorite telenovela ever, which is called Por Tu Amor. I love this telenovela starring Miss Gabriela Spanik. I love it. And now that I started watching it again, the main song of the telenovela is stuck in my head like all day because I love it. I love it, and it's called Por Tu Amor by Colombian singer Charly Sa.
Okay.
Yes. So now it's this is a song I am obsessed with right now.
You,
Uh,
you knew about Shark Design in the past?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I know who he is because he sings boleros. So
Yes.
I know who he is, and he was here in Mexico a few months ago.
Okay.
Hmm. So I know who he is, but this song in particular, Por Tu Amor, is classic. I love this song. So it's what's playing right now a lot in my head and in my everyday.
Nice. I gotta
Oh,
listen at that.
that is very nice, me Mariel, because I don't know the song. And Charlie Sa, of course, was very famous here, like in the beginning of the 2000s, like the finish of the 90s era. And he was like huge. He was everywhere, like with a lot of covers of other songs, boleros and stuff like that. And he is very cute, actually. And in that moment, he was like, but very local, you know. So I'm so happy that you are right now loving a song by him because he was very local. Like another singers like Marbel, Carolina Sabina, and other people that I mentioned here in other episodes. They didn't have the opportunity to go like playing the music in other countries, even in Latin America. They were so local, but I love that you are loving right now a song by him because he's like, actually, he's from a very small town that is called Girardot. Here in the state, like the department that is Bogotá, that is Cundinamarca. So, like, local talent.
Oh yes, yeah, I like him. I like him, and
Love it.
this song is from 1999, so it's really cool and it's really pretty and it's I love it. I just love it, and it
Love,
really,
love that.
what can I say?
Cundinamarca talent to the
Yeah.
world.
And now to finish, to wrap up, we have to talk about our collection, starting with Mousy Mumu.
The collection and the recommendations of the month.
Yeah. We need a recommendation because I put Keleni on the cover. Mal gotta talk about it, please.
Okay.
I, I
Yeah,
have a recommendation. Let's with the collection first.
yeah.
So
A recommendation of the month is Miss Kelani. I'm so glad because I've been obsessed with with this woman. I remember back in the day when she released this album that is Sexy Savage and something else that I can't remember. But I was like very fan of her because like this new wave of R&B artists. And I think for her it was similar to I can compare her to Sabrina Carpenter, but in the R&B world, like step by step she was releasing music, nothing happened. But last year she had her moment with Folded that was number one in the R&B charts. Everybody was talking about Folded. Actually, she made different remixes, and in one of these remixes, JoJo is included. So I love it so much. And right now, she's finally releasing the album that contains of Folded. That is like the anthem for me was the anthem of 2000 of 2020 2025.
Right.
Sorry. And right now, it's like finally she releasing the complete album in April, and I'm so glad to hear that because there is another song that was my obsession the other month that was out of the window, and I'm so glad for that. I think finally Kelani is having her moment. She deserves it. She's an amazing singer. She's an amazing performer, and as you said, Mariel, about pop, she's bringing the R&B roots again. She's bringing a lot of R&B from the 2000s. She's bringing this kind of R&B flavor from the 90s, 2000s. So I'm so happy for that. The name of the album is just Kelani, and I'm so happy for that. I'm dying to listen to the complete And it seems that she has a lot of collaborations. The remixes I was mentioning, and other collaborations with Brandy, Usher, and a lot of people that I like. So I'm dying to listen to the full project. So my recommendation, a new release of the month is Kelani, the album.
Okay, okay, perfect. Thank you, Mimo. My recommendation would be, oh yeah, American singer Ryan Bingham. He won an Oscar back in the day for best song for a movie. I can't recall the name of the movie, but then I saw him acting on Yellowstone, and I find out that he's a singer. That's how I find out, because he plays his guitar in Yellowstone and stuff like that. So he released this song called "Nobody Knows My Trouble." Uh, really good. I highly recommend it. It's a country song, but it's very distinctive because Ryan's voice is very unique. So I highly recommend this song. Nobody Knows My Trouble by Ryan Bingham.
Okay,
What about you, Lucky Lulu?
Yeah, first I gotta say that I love Kelani. You Mal gotta watch the video. I sent you a show that she was part of that is substitute teacher, something like this, where she's teaching the kids how to portray themselves in a 90s music video. It's so
yeah,
cool
yeah,
and watch it. It's amazing. And my recommendation is Jonas Brothers new album. Actually, is a live album because in Jonas Brothers tour, every single show they had a guest. So they create an album with those people that were part of this tour with them. So for me, it's like a journey through the 2000s. It's very fun to listen. Actually, JoJo is in this album. She sang
okay.
with them in one track. There's Jordan Sparks, Simple Plan, Jason Mraz
Mm?
is in the album as well. Demi Lovato, of course, singing a song from Camp Rock. So it's very fun to listen. It's like a 2000s playlist, but Jonas Brothers is there singing live with them. It's very fun.
Amazing. I didn't know about that.
Okay, we will listen. We will
Yeah,
listen.
absolutely.
Okay, so now just to wrap up our collection, I gotta say, I don't have anything new because like I mentioned before, right now I'm really struggling with money, but I want to
Yeah.
share two singles sent by our friend Adrian, and it's gotta be Just the Way I Am by Angel and The Remedy by Jason Mraz.
Oh, love that song.
I love I love these two singles. They only have one song, which is a shame because it would have been great to see to hear more like or something. But this is only like one song each. But I really love this. I'm really happy to have this as part of my collection because you guys know how much I love Jason Mraz and that I love female bubbly
Yeah.
singers. So I gotta say these two are very important part in my collection. So this would be.
Beautiful.
What about you, Luquitas?
Well, mine is actually from Adrian as well. I have a bunch of new things, but I decided to show something that are not in my Instagram yet or on YouTube. I didn't show anywhere. That is Play Us Against the World.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's like a single, but kind of a EP. It's actually a single. Us Against the World, and there's a lot of snippets from the album they were about to release. But Adrian had no clue that he bought something actually signed by all the girls.
no.
oh, no way.
Yeah, he didn't open. So when I opened, I was like, no way. And it's really signed because you can see like people made a mess with the finger with the black
Yeah.
paint. So it's really signed. So I was very happy when I realized that. And this is one of my new things in my collection. I do love play. I think from the girl groups that are more bubblegum, like the things that Marielle like,
Yeah.
is one of my favorites for sure. Yes,
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, you never know what you can find.
Yeah.
exactly. Thank you, Adrian.
And what about you, Mao? Do you have anything
Well,
new?
From
I have,
Adrian.
yes, I have to give the credit to Adrian because this is something that he gave me. Like in this game that we had, like during the Christmas time, and it's Tori Kelly's Christmas album. You know, right now I'm very focused on my vinyl collection.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I read of a lot of CDs. Right now I have like a very small collection of CDs, and this album Adrian decided to give me is very special for me because you know I've been loving Tori Kelly a lot in the last years, and it's a very beautiful edition with the vinyl is red and it's very beautiful. So thank you, Adrian, because you are always special with us.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you,
This
Adri.
moment is sponsored by Adrian.
This part of the episode, yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Thank you.
Yes. I gotta say, I love when I get stuff from you guys. It's always a pleasure and I love it. A lot of
Yeah.
things are on the way for all of you. So once Mao,
Thanks. Same for you. Coming soon.
Yes, and actually, in my power, I have a lot of things for you guys, for Joaquin, for you, of course, me, Mario, a lot of things for everybody, for Norman. So let's wait.
yeah, let's wait. Okay. So this is it. It was great to see you guys again. One more month. We will see you next month with new hot topics. And don't forget, we love you. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope you guys had a nice time. Luquitas, anything you want to add?
Yeah. Thank you, friends, for being here. Actually, for me now, this podcast is more like a meeting with my friends to talk about music. I love that we have this moment and it's open here for whoever wants to watch. But really, for me, it's like that being with my friends, talking about music, sharing my thoughts. That is the most important. So, thank you, Marielle. Thank you, Mao. Love you guys. Thank you, Joaquin, for watching. Thank you, friend, for everything. Adrian, for the stuff. Everyone. That's it. I'm very grateful today. I had an amazing day. So, I got to be grateful.
Yes. Thank you, Luquitas. And Mao?
Thank you, friends, as always. Thank you, the audience, our friends, Joaquin, Adri, Norman, Francesca, everybody, Ruan, that I was like thinking that is Ruan there, and everybody, like, thank you so much, my friends, Mariel and Lucky, love you so much. I had the opportunity to see Lucky next month. I hope that I had the opportunity to see Mariel, that I
Yeah.
miss so much my beautiful friend Mariel. So anyway, thank you so much, friends. I love you so much. And this moment of the month is like a disconnection from anything and have this sacred and beautiful moment to be with you. It's amazing. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Stay tuned for next month. We love you. Have a wonderful night.
Bye.
Friends.